Hey everyone, I'm Tony James. My channel is Hilco's Dual Sport, and today I'm with my 2023 KTM Adventure 390. Right there. I've just turned over 1,000 kilometers, and of those 1,000 kilometers, pretty much 3 major type of day trips. The rest has been just commuting back and forth to work. So of those 3 day trips, each was around 100 kilometers of highway, and the rest of the kilometers were on gravel roads, which was a combination of well-traveled gravel roads, not well-traveled gravel roads, and some rocky stuff as well. To start off on this 1,000 kilometer review, again, just my opinion of my experience riding this bike. So to upgrade a little bit, keep the wind off my helmet and hitting me in the face, I did put on this windshield extension. That was like around 20 bucks off Amazon. Certainly worth the money, especially at higher highway speeds. As well, I changed out the stock mirrors, put in these double take mirrors. Bar risers, 30 millimeter is about the max you can go without having to replace the clutch cable. So I've done that, and the cable fits just fine. And lastly, as far as comfort, I changed out the foot pegs, which are the CNC, nice CNC, I believe. Got those off of Amazon for like 140 bucks. The purpose of that is to make your ride a little flatter when you stand up. The stock pads will lean forward just a little bit, which is really uncomfortable when standing. So what do I like about the bike? I think I'm going to start at the front. I really like the look. I like the flat color of this year, 2023, with the tank, and certainly in 2023, absolutely the wire wheels. That makes a big difference, especially when you're riding off-road. The suspension, I have loosened it right off, so it is in the absolute most comfort position for both settings. The rebound and the compression, I don't know if you can see it there, set those right off. So you have 3 settings they recommend: 10, 15, and 17. 10 being for sport, 17 being for comfort, and I put them right at the 17, which is about the right setting for my height, my weight, and for the roads that I travel. On the back, I've also changed the setting to the most comfort as well, and I found that that is the best for gravel and or rocky roads as well. Tires, so the stock tires, these Continental TKC 70s are really good on pavement, and they're fairly decent on gravel roads where you can get some good traction. I have taken it in the mud as well, and they were a disaster, so I wouldn't recommend anything in wet conditions or muddy conditions, because you will not be very happy with the performance of those. I haven't changed out the skid plate yet. I am going to do that probably next year when I change out these tires to something more of a 50-50 variety. If you have any suggestions as to what tires would work best on this 390 Adventure, please leave that down in the comments. What do I not like about this bike? The seat height is good. The seat comfort is good, but it is not made very well for standing. Naturally, you should be putting your legs in this position, but they actually will fall in this position, and you'll rub your knees off of this hard plastic. It's just at the right height where it kind of digs in here. When I wear my knee braces, it's not quite as bad, but if I'm without knee braces, and just out for a casual ride and decide to stand for a bit, that's something that I feel digging into my knees. The traction control, motion traction control, like everybody else, not very happy with that. I found that it will absolutely turn off when you do stall the bike or you turn off the ignition switch. Sometimes it will stay, sometimes it won't. I don't know the conditions in which that happens, still trying to figure that out. Although I have heard and have read that KTM has improved the motion traction control, so it's not set as aggressively, and it has more intelligence built into it, so it is better equipped to determine the conditions that you're riding in when it does engage. The brakes I find are really good, front and back. I've had no problems with that. The gas mileage, that is actually pretty good for the size of the tank. The range setting isn't all that accurate. When I did get down to where it said to 100 kilometers, when I did add fuel, it kind of indicated that I still had around 8 or 9 liters left for 100 kilometers, so I'm not certain if that adds up to what the range actually is calculating. Nothing else really. So this bike is suited for a new rider that is just getting into adventure riding, and it actually is decently equipped to work well for a experienced rider that just wants to downsize a little bit. I've had a bigger adventure bike as well, and by changing to this, the weight difference is certainly noticeable. So just shy of 400 pounds. It is flickable, it is easy to maneuver, and I have not hesitated to take it up any hills that I would have not taken my bigger adventure bike up. So that is what my goal was, to keep an adventure style bike in my garage and have something that I could drive every day back and forth to work, or take out into the dirt if I really wanted to. Next year, my goal is to take this bike onto and do maybe the Washington and Oregon BDR, and I'm hoping it'll make it. I'm certain that it will. Suspension travel and ground clearance might be a problem, but I'm not too worried if I get the new aluminum skid plate, and if I drive it reasonable, I don't see why I would not be able to complete that easy enough. Gonna get some panniers for next year, and that will hold my gear and my tent, my sleeping bag, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that is a quick 1,000 kilometer review of my Adventure 390. Again, not technical, my opinion, and overall, would I recommend this bike to anyone who is looking at an adventure style bike? I certainly would, because for myself, who's an experienced rider, I certainly am not disappointed. All right, so until next time, please give this video a like if you agree or disagree with what I've said, and leave some comments if you want to share anything.